Today I will be building a Minecraft house, but I will be using a wheel to decide my block palette. So I have made a wheel of all of the Minecraft blocks you could use. There are things that range from something normal like oak planks to something like a netherite block. I will be spinning the wheel 5 different times, and whatever blocks we get during those 5 times are going to be the blocks that we will have to use. So let's go over to the wheel. Alright, so here we have the wheel. There are 235 different blocks on this wheel, so we have a big variety of blocks. So let's go ahead and get started by spinning the wheel. And the first block is orange glazed terracotta, blue concrete, purple block, red terracotta, and a stripped jungle log. Alright, here we have our block palette. This is definitely a block palette. I'm a bit nervous because there's a lot of strange blocks that I wouldn't really use in a build together, but I do think that the blue concrete and orange glazed terracotta go well together. I was a bit nervous we weren't going to get a wood type, so I'm glad that we did at least get the stripped jungle logs. And with the purple block, we will be able to use stairs and slabs, so that is also good. But this is the block palette we are going to have to work with. So, of course, to start off our building process, we are going to have to figure out a house layout. So I've got my diorite to use for laying the house out. So I guess we'll just start with how big I want to go for the house, and then we will go from there and actually turn it into a house. So we're gonna go with this for the shape of the house, just a little rectangle. Now that we have figured out the dimensions that we want to work with for the house, it is time to actually make this a house and not a square. So what I'm thinking is maybe this time we go for a house where the door isn't in the middle of the house. Maybe like that. So then we'll have the door here. And then we need to make some rooms. So we're gonna make this less of a square, and we're gonna take it in one, or that much. But then we're going to go back out to the way it was. I'm not the best at building houses, so we're just gonna go with what I feel like doing with this house. Okay, I think this is the shape we're gonna go with. It is definitely something, but hopefully it turns out good. But I think I have figured out what I'm going to do with each of these blocks. So the stripped jungle logs are going to be the corners of the building, just because that's really what I do with the stripped woods. The orange glazed terracotta is going to be the bottom of the wall, and the blue concrete are going to be the rest of the wall, just because I think that makes for a very nice block palette with the orange glazed terracotta and blue terracotta. And then the purple is going to be the roof, because we can use the slabs and stairs of it, and the red terracotta is going to be the floor, I think, just because I'm not really sure what to do with the red terracotta, because I feel like that's the block that really stands out the most in this build. So let's go ahead and get all of the walls built up first, and then we can work on the roof. We're gonna start by adding the stripped jungle logs to the corners of the base, kind of just where I think it needs to go. And then we will go and add the orange glazed terracotta. And now we can go and add the blue concrete to the walls. I'm also going to put a doorway there. But now while we do add the walls onto this build, if you guys haven't noticed, I am trying to start doing uploads twice a week now. I used to do 2 videos a week when I first started doing YouTube, but I ended up stopping basically a year ago because I got busy and started running out of ideas to do, because around then I was only doing, I believe, 2 series, maybe 3. I want to try to start picking it up a bit with the uploads and going back to doing videos twice a week. Each week I will post on Wednesdays, like normal, which will either be hardcore or Lotus, but then on Saturdays will be a creative build video because they're very chill and relaxing. So if you guys have any suggestions for any creative build video challenges you guys want to see me do, let me know down in the comments, because I do have some ideas for some build challenges I do want to try. Besides my build off videos, my creative challenge videos are gonna be one-off videos, so just gonna do some random challenges, kind of like this one. I'm also trying to just get back into the groove of YouTube and find some other things to do that will help me with my motivation. My goal for 2024 is to, I don't know, I've never really liked editing. That's like the one thing I have, like, from the start, never liked editing. So I want to put more effort into my videos and, you know, just find that love for editing. Like, even if I am just not going to be able to even like editing, I want to at least try to enjoy it instead of just editing them to edit them, if that makes sense. This house is looking. For the block palette we have with it, it honestly is looking pretty good. I really like that we got some colors that complement each other very well. We definitely could have gotten worse for this challenge, but still not the best since we got a lot of like colorful blocks and not very much like natural normal house building type blocks. I did have a different attempt at this challenge before this one, but unfortunately the recordings of that video got corrupted. So I just had to trash that whole build and start again. This block palette is definitely way more of a challenge than that video, so I'm honestly glad I had to start over because we have something way more interesting. Alright, the roof has all been connected. I also added a window hole right here so we can have a window here just to give that spot something different because it looked like it was missing something. But now we have a house and it is very plain in the inside. So we need to start working on what to do for the actual house. Normally a house needs a living room, kitchen and dining room, bathroom, and at least one bedroom. This house is a one-story house, so we're only probably going to be able to fit like maybe 1 or 2 bedrooms. So there's the layout of our house. We've got the bedroom, living room area, bathroom, kitchen, and dining room. But now that we have the rooms all laid out, we need to put windows in the house because windows are a very important thing in the house because it brings in natural light. The best way to do this is honestly do it from the inside. That way you can see exactly where the window is going to be in the house. So the first window we're going to do is right there, just because I think from the outside it 100% needs something right there. So this is going to have a pretty big window. For the bathroom, we're going to do a small window in the back like that, maybe a window here, and then of course in the kitchen and dining room we're going to need to add a window. This wall is perfect for some windows. So I think we're gonna do 2 windows, and then we're gonna do one over here as well. So now that we have our windows all on the building, we need to go and spin the wheel to see what color glass we can use for the windows. All right, here is our wheel. We've got all of the color of the stained glass panes on here, as well as normal glass, so that is an option, which I hope we don't get. Let's spin the wheel to see what color glass we get to use. Black. All right, we got black stained glass. Not the worst we could have gotten, so I'm okay with that. So now we can just go ahead and put all the glass in. So now that we have the walls, the roof, and the windows in, we need to get the floor in. And for the floor, we are going to be using the red terracotta because we haven't used it yet. So we can just go ahead and change all of this out for the red terracotta. It is definitely going to probably be the worst part of the house, but it's okay because it's just the inside of the house. And I think for the bathroom, we're gonna change it up a bit, and we're gonna just use purple blocks for the floor because I think the texture of the block kind of gives it a bathroom tile feel to it. But of course, for the rest of the house, it'll be red terracotta. What if we used the stripped jungle logs for one of these floors instead of the red terracotta? Yeah, that looks way better. Okay, yeah. And it really lightens this room out. But now we need to decorate this area and actually make it a house. I'm gonna allow myself to use whatever blocks I want for the interior, but I'm going to try to stay with the theme of the blue and orange and red theme. Let's go ahead and walk out the door, close it, we'll turn around, and here we have the house. So starting off, I went and added a bit to the front of the house just to kind of make it look like a house. So we got this nice path with cobblestone, andesite, and gravel. We've got some grass out here with some cornflowers since our house is blue. And I added some oak trees around. That way it wasn't so flat out here. Oh, and I added jungle leaves to the front of it since we have the stripped jungle logs. But now when we go inside, we have our decorated house. So we've got like this little area right here with a carpet and some tables with some flowers and lanterns on it. We've got a plant here, a painting. Over here is the living room area with a nice couch made of purple and a bookshelf. Then in this first room, we have the bedroom. So it is just a nice little cozy area. We've got a 3-wide bed, some paintings, and a desk over here. In the bathroom, we have just a bathroom, which is pretty cool. I really like the layout of the bathroom because there was this little like dent in the wall here to put the sink and a counter. We've got the bathtub, the toilet. It is very cool. And finally, we have the kitchen and dining room. I really like how this one turned out. It is very cozy in here. I could definitely see myself making food in here and then eating it at the table. But for what we had with block palette wise, I think this house turned out pretty good. Like, I honestly thought the red terracotta was gonna look bad as the floor, but I honestly don't think it looks too terrible. But that is the final product of our house, made out of orange terracotta, blue concrete, stripped jungle logs, purple blocks, and red terracotta. I had a lot of fun figuring out how to make a house with some random blocks. I hope you all enjoyed this video and like how the house turned out. This was a very fun challenge, and yeah, you know, if you are ever bored and looking for something to do, definitely try the challenge. It was a lot of fun, and because you don't even have to pick out your own block palette. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!